What's up out there, fight fans? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's going on out there, man? The homie main man, made man back in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. All day. I got the homie Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. What's going on, man? I know it's football Sunday out there, man, but I'm go ahead and get mine in real quick. Let me turn my mic down. I see I'm peaking a little bit. Hold on, hopefully I ain't too loud. That's a little better right there, man. Yeah, man, I wanted to get up on here real quick and talk about some of the happenings that happened yesterday with Usyk. I'm not going to hold y'all too long, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be on here real quick, talk about this issue and we outie, man. You know what I mean? So the thing is, before we get this cracking, I want to say first off, condolences and prayers out there to Patrick Day, super welterweight fighter, man, who got injured on the undercard last night of Alexander Usyk versus Chad Witherspoon, man. He took a left hook and he went down and he got knocked out and he never regained his consciousness, you know what I'm saying? And he was motionless and they said that they ran him to the hospital and he suffered seizures on the way to the hospital and they got him all kind of breathing machines and stuff like that right now, man. And it's real tragic, man. Boxing is a contact sport. This is the reason why we got to stay up on this PED thing, man, because yo, these injuries in boxing are serious, Joe, and they do this all for our viewing pleasure. So our prayers and condolences goes out to Patrick Day and his family, man. Hopefully for a speedy recovery, man. A lot of injuries going around in boxing fight fams all day, all day. But yeah, man, I just want to say though, let's talk about Usyk. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Usyk. Rocket Strikes 89. He say, man, look, I don't care about no football. Man, we here to talk boxing. It's all about boxing. You hear me? Let me get right in front of y'all, man. We got a lot to talk about Alexander Usyk, who made his heavyweight debut last night. How do y'all think he looked, man? How y'all think he looked out there? Y'all thought he looked solid? He looked good enough for the division? Y'all think he ready for the big dogs? Y'all think he ready for Bombsquad? I'm just asking a question. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that, though, man. But as for his performance last night against Chad Witherspoon, he did what he's supposed to do, right? Pretty much boxed the master class last night, dominated each and every round. I didn't see a round that he lost. He boxed on the outside. His footwork was key. He used different angles. He just stayed on the outside using his footwork. And I thought even in the early part of the fight, in my opinion, I thought he was carrying Chad Witherspoon. You know what I'm saying? He started off a little slow. Alexander Usyk is a type of fighter that start off slow normally anyway, but he just started off very slow, very cautious in the opening rounds against an opponent that we know damn well he didn't have to do that against. But it looked like he carried him early. I guess wanted to get some rounds in. We ain't seen he's been inactive for a while. He's supposed to came back in May, got injured back in May, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? So he probably wanted to just get some rounds in, carried this guy for a few rounds before he put his foot on the gas and stopped him. Chad Witherspoon ain't come to really fight, you know. He was sporadic. He landed sporadic at best. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple shots. I remember early on I seen Usyk get stuck with one shot in particular, man, that pretty much got his attention. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I just got a phone call, man. I hate to take a phone call in the middle of the show. Hold on 1 second, fight fans. Got to take this. Hold on 1 second. Apologies. Now we got the sound back. My bad. Now, like I was trying to explain, was that Alexander Usyk looked skillful last night. But the question is, will that skill set, you know what I mean, be enough to carry him through much bigger punches at the heavyweight division? You know what I mean? That's the golden question. So he looked skillful last night. He definitely looked skillful. He was made to look skillful against a Witherspoon last night. You know what I'm saying? He was made to look skillful last night. So his angles, his footwork, speed looked a little slow for my liking. Maybe that's a little rust, maybe because of the injury, but I thought he looked a little bit slower than I've seen him in the past. And I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see if his skill set will be enough to carry him through much heavier punches and punchers up at the heavyweight division. Let's see what y'all talking about, man. Rocket Strike says, these MMA bammers trying to clown boxing with these so-called pillow hands. Pillow hand. Yeah, a lot of these MMA fighters, man, that's getting into boxing, bro, they just coming over and looking terrible. All of these kickboxers and all of these kumite fighters trying to come over and box. This is sweet science, man. Something got to be instilled in you since day one, since the sandbox. I ain't think you just because, I was a kickboxer. Man, shit. Let Anderson Silva come over and box and get in here with elite box. He gonna get his face beaten. You hear me? But let's see, man. Rocket Strike says Usyk look good, and we have more to see though. All day. Harold Jones, take away Usyk's spin moves, and he will have to stand and fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, but he's always been. He's like that. Vasily Lomachenko. They call him the Vasily Lomachenko of the heavyweight division, right? That's what they want to say he is. I mean, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, man. Hey, bro, I got all kinds of stuff. I got phones ringing, man. I got lights cutting off. At the end of the day, man, it's like he got a good skill set. You can't take that away from him, and his footwork is solid. And that's just the way he fights. All of the, you say his spin moves or whatever the case may be, that's just the way he fights. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you can't take that away. That's what I'm wondering. Like, will that translate to the heavyweight division good for him? That's the question I've been wondering. Like, will all that still remain in play with big punches? Who gonna keep him still? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Winning results, fitness, and nutrition. He just fought a guy who literally just got off the couch all day. Brian Doyle. I only watched the highlights, but wasn't expecting too much from the type of opposition we will when he's in with the Pulse. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The dude, he went in there with a bum, and they went through two bums to get an even lesser bum. And that's why I got that picture rotating in this picture thing right now. Because at the end of the day, and y'all hear Tyrone Spong's excuses now? Bruh, let me just briefly mention this, man. I ain't buying Tyrone Spong's excuse. Just not working for me. You know what I'm saying? This fucking light, yo. It's just not working for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, if anybody know anything about drug testing, right? If anybody know anything about drug testing, Tyrone Spong is saying that, look, on September 16th, he took a separate test that went through the Illinois Athletic Commissions. They went to a third party, and they did a drug test. Because anybody who knows that, yeah, you may be tested by VADA, in the Eddie Hearn's case where they paid for this, that you also be tested by the state also. So they sent his test off to a third party, and that particular test that he took on September 16th was clean, negative for all results, even, you know what I'm saying, running around posting results and all that. But then he took two tests in the middle on September 22nd and September 26th for VADA. Failed both of those tests. You dig? And then turned around and passed another one on October 3rd. And he's running around with the results saying, look, I passed. So you passed the one on the end and the one in the beginning, even though the one in the beginning wasn't even a VADA test. It was an Illinois State Athletic Commission third-party test, which is much different than what VADA does. This is the reason why Eddie Hearn pays for VADA, because they go deeper in testing. So you passed that test, but you failed the two in the middle with VADA. I'm just saying, it still don't look good for Tyrone Spong either way you spin it. Either way you look at it, it still don't look good, bro. If anybody who don't know much about the drug testing game, like, you may say, well, how did he fail the two in those? And then he was just clean. He was just clean. You know what I mean? Oh, you with this cycling on and cycling off and then all that, bro. It's like all that matters. And just because you passed one type of test, you still failed the VADA ones. And just because you came back, and then you failed them back to back. It's not like you failed one, failed. No, you failed them back to back. That's two tests that on two separate dates. So Tyrone Spong's story, man, he's still running around banging on social media. Anybody who will listen, like, look, man, look, I'm clean. Nobody buying that, bro. Ain't nobody buying that. You know what I mean? But as for Alexander Usyk, so this is the question. This is the question I want to ask y'all right here. Now, he's out here. Let's keep it 100 from the jump. I don't want nobody to be in the dock on this situation. I don't think at first I originally thought that maybe they would use Alexander Usyk as a buffer for, say, Deontay Wilder. Maybe put him in the way of Anthony Joshua. But now that I'm looking at how this situation playing out, I don't know, man. We see Alexander Usyk, like I said, building up to his no kid fight, nobody kid fight with Chad Witherspoon. He kept mentioning Deontay Wilder. Like I said, fighting in the States, of course they're going to mention the king of the heavyweights, right? They're going to mention my main man, Bombsquad. So Bombsquad letting it be known early and letting it be known to the world like this dude too small. Too small. And yeah, he's ready for all of that movement. All of that movement he like to do on the outside like we seen last night. Bombsquad telling you, I'm ready for that. And I've been sharpening my skills and techniques also. Look, man, he's not a threat to me. He's too small for me. He does a lot of movement, but that doesn't faze me. That's Bombsquad. He ain't tripping off all that movement you doing. It look good, especially at cruiserweight. It look good. You know what I'm saying? All of that movement and you coming up and fighting no punches, that look good. But a dude like Bombsquad ain't fazed by stuff like that. Now, Alexander Usyk is running around saying that Bombsquad would be the easiest of all the heavyweights. Now, we know that's bullshit. Any fighter like Bombsquad who could take power from the first to the 12th round, where it don't matter if you got him off out on his feet. It don't matter if you ain't put him down for 12. He is always a threat. And he is the easiest. That's according to Alexander Usyk. So that's why I asked the question. All of the skills that he's known for and he bringing up to the heavyweight division, the foot movement, the angles, the this, the that, will it be good enough to withstand big punches? That's the question. Now, like I said before, do I think this happens anytime soon? And this is the reason why people believe in the clout chasing theory. Because, dog, this ain't happening. I mean, look, Alexander Usyk, WBO mandatory. He's at heavyweight. He'll be the WBO mandatory. Puts him in line for the winner of Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. You don't think, and that's an in-house fight for Eddie Hearn and DAZN. You don't think they would take that route before they take the Bombsquad route? Knowing how big of a threat that really is? He can literally ruin Alexander Usyk before his heavyweight party even get underway. You think they're going to put that at risk? When he ain't even got to, there's nothing legally in boxing right now forcing Bombsquad to have to face Alexander Usyk. Not that I see. Nothing. You know what I mean? So, and Usyk had the WBC at cruiserweight. So I'm shocked that the WBC ain't try to pull some sort of maneuver. They didn't, though. Not that I've seen. I know the WBO installed, they put down Dillian White. I'm shocked that the WBC didn't try to pull some sort of maneuver to put him right next to Bombsquad. Bombsquad tell you, too small. Too small. Let's see, man. B&B Boxing, they just changed fighters because they didn't want Usyk to look bad on the first outing. Nah, yeah, exactly. But you got to ask, because those fighters that they got replaced are running around saying that Matchroom and DAZN out here lying. And like even the other fighter, what was his name? Duecchio, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that, look, man, I signed the contract. I signed it and sent it back. And then they just went on with Chad Witherspoon. Like, ain't nobody tell me nothing. You know, it just, you know, for them to want to go, I mean, it's understandable. And if you're a real boxing fan, you know, that's just makes sense on how to move a fighter. They're not going to bring him up to heavyweight and put him in there with a threat. There was talks of Carlos Takam. You know what I'm saying? I think next, maybe Joseph Parker. You think they jump as high as Joseph Parker next for Alexander Usyk? I don't know. That's a possible fight. We know Joseph Parker, former WBO heavyweight champion, still rated high in the WBO. They can finesse that around. In-house fight. You know, you think they can finesse a Joseph Parker? Or what are they going to maybe go back to a Carlos Takam or something like that? Maybe they still not confident enough and ready enough to step Usyk up too much. They say he is the next coming at Holyfield, right? That's what they was running around announcing. If he the second coming to Holyfield, then Holyfield ain't wasting no time at heavyweight. See, be careful what they comparing him to. You want to say he's the second coming Holy? When Holy got the heavy, he got to work immediately. I'm just saying. Rocket Strikes 89 says this would be easy to clean up. Just put every pro boxer in the clean boxing program all day. That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, and see, that's the thing, man. When you do this drug testing, A lot of fighters, when they get interviewed, they'll be like, "Yeah, is any drug testing being done in this fight?" They'll just say yes. A lot of people will be satisfied with just the answer of yes. They're not really breaking down who's drug testing, what agency, what type of test. They're not getting into all that. You know what I mean? And that actually matters. It matters a lot. Even you see right now in the Tyrone Spong situation how much it really matters, because his evidence is saying that he's clean. Look, I passed one. I passed one that was taken on the 16th, but it wasn't a VADA test. And that's the purpose that the promoters, Eddie Hearn or whoever, is going to pay the extra money to do the VADA testing, because they're paying for a different test. They're not paying for the same test, you know what I'm saying, issued by the Illinois State Athletic Commission. That's a waste of money, you know what I mean? They paying for a different test that goes deeper. And that's what it is, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Rocket Strike says, Coach Kennedy says Wilder will knock out Usyk in 2 rounds. Hey, man, like I said, Usyk did get touched up early in their fight last night. He got touched by a couple good punches from Witherspoon. My thing is, like I say, Wilder says, look, man, he working on speed himself. He says, look, man, I'm working back on my technique. I'm getting back into the speed department. I got a quote floating around on here. Look, if you can catch it, he's explaining that speed is power. And if he already has power. He feel like his power is God-given. No matter what, anytime you can carry it from 1 to 12, it's God-given. There it is right there. He's saying like it's God-given. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't going nowhere. If I put the speed and as well as a much more better accuracy, even though it's already laser accurate, but if he can make it even better, more accurate, and with speed, bruh. And people keep saying that Wilder ain't skilled. Bro, that takes a skill to keep constantly landing that right hand. Dog, it's not luck. You can't get that many knockouts and have a knockout ratio like Wilder got and say it's luck. Come on, man. You dig? That takes a certain skill set or a certain eye coordination to be able to throw that right hand and land it on the button and stop an opponent at any portion of the fight. But Alexander Usyk says that's the easier fight. I'm just saying. B&B Boxing says Usyk looked basic against a D-class fighter. He better go back down and wait, because I smell a knockout coming from any of the top 10. That's why I say, man, the power is questioning. I thought he curried the guy early. You did. I thought he was just trying to take him, maybe fatigue him, take him deep, and just get the surefire stoppage, overwhelm him at that point. You know what I'm saying? More so betted on his athleticism. You know what I mean? And, that's what he did last night. But there's going to be question about Usyk's power, man. There's going to be a lot of questions about Usyk's power and can he take a punch? He didn't go down. He got tagged a couple times, but Witherspoon is not no guy to even be talking about. It's not even a good measure, truth be told. None of these dudes was. None of the 3 stooges that they had in the carousel for this fight was really a good measure. It was just an introduction fight for Alexander Usyk to come to heavyweight. But, man, I don't know, bro. I mean, he coming up from cruising, man. If he can't, bro, I just need to see him in there with just a good, even a Takam or Joseph. Let me see how he reacts being touched up by them. Dog, before you think you're going to come to the top and think you can surpass getting touched up by this dude, man, one shot, Usyk. One shot and it's a wrap. All of that, you on the out and you right, dog. Usyk did a good job at judging distance last night, but, dog, you right in range. You are right in range of that right hand coming from Wilder. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, man, this is just a clout. Let's not please look too deep. I want to keep people on and keep reminding people that this fight is light years from, I believe, that being made. I think they'll put him in the Joshua Ruiz situation, maybe even keep grooming him a little more heavyweight before they even take a risk this big. I think it's all talk. They just used Wilder because this fight was going down in the States, and they have no intentions. They not going to do that. They not going to do that. They not going to do that at all. Our only hope for this was to see if the sanctioning bodies would have did it. But they not going to do this. I think the next stop is a Takam or Joseph Parker, something of that nature. They not going to do no Wilder. It's no way, no how. Wilder's even saying, look, he's not even a threat. Wilder doesn't even see this dude as a threat, and they know it. When Wilder's speaking like this, they know it too. They know we're not going to do this. But we're going to use Wilder's name. We're going to definitely use his name. B&B says Usyk. Oh, I already read that. Brian Doyle, I bet Hearn puts higher Fury in with Usyk next. Yeah, they'll even go the Fury route. You right about that, bruh. They'll even go the Fury route before they go the Wilder route. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? That's an opponent where they can maybe see Usyk trying his best to outbox Fury, knowing that the threat of a knockout ain't there. You know what I mean? They would take that route. And I hate to admit this, no racism, but two white fighters, they looking at the month, man. Come on, bruh. They would go that route before they go this route right here. This is too big of a threat. Wilder is too much of a threat for some Usyk. You know what I mean? One right-hander, I just don't think Usyk, right now, it's hard to say. Like I said, I need to see him in there with a mediocre puncher, but right now, I don't think so, bro. It just looks too, even his body type, I just don't know, Mo. I just don't know. I got to see it, man. I got to see it, but it's no way they going this route. They will go Fury. They would even go Anthony Ruiz. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They would go Joshua. I said Anthony Ruiz. I'm sorry. They would go Ruiz. They would go Joshua. This will be the last option, I believe, for Alexander Usyk. Too big of a threat. But look here, man. Truth be told, I wouldn't even really want Wilder to fight on Usyk right now. Why? It's nothing. Yeah, I understand Usyk, former undisputed, top pound for pound fighter, got the whole nine. But at the end of the day, he ain't got no belt at heavyweight. And right now, he ain't really that known in America. Where does Wilder really get a huge benefit from? I would like to see Wilder fight Usyk if he can get a belt. Truth be told, that's what I would like. Right now, this fight means from Wilder's point of view, this does much of anything for Wilder in the grand scheme of things, I think. So this fight right here, very premature. I think we way far away from this fight. But at the end of the day, he's running around talking about Wilder's the easiest opponent. And we haven't even seen you step in the ring with just a B-level heavyweight puncher. And you want to get in there with the top. You talking about the top dog? The hardest puncher in the division is the easiest opponent? Psh. All right, quit, cuz. My man Bombsquad gonna lay bombs on Usyk, bro. Bombs, you hear me? I want to see Wilder in movies. Slim, get your man and get out of the game quitting while you're ahead. First, the same as quitting. What you talking about, Rocket Strikes 89? You saying get out the game while you're ahead? You saying Usyk should get out the game? He came up undisputed. Big name, then you think he should get out the game? Nah, he said he got a lot. He's still young, 32 years old. And that's crazy. This first step up at heavyweight for the 38-year-old, man. He's 32. But we'll see, man. I mean, like I said before, I don't see it right now. And Wilder right now just need to go ahead and focus on Luis Ortiz. This situation is just like a little fly just pestering around. And it's like, let me just swat it. Psh, you too small. Get the hell out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And he moving on with himself. So it is what it is. Good showing from Alexander Usyk last night, though, at the end of the day. He got the job did. He did what he was supposed to do. Got Chad Witherspoon out the way. He went to bum number 3, and he finally got him out the way. Skill looked like it was there. Looked a little slow. Like I said before, looked a little slow for my liking. Maybe that's ring rust. Maybe I'm overlooking, but he looked a little slow. And I think his speed got to get a little bit better. Even the timing of Wilder's, a right hand like Wilder's, it'd just be too fast. But he looked a little slow. You know what I mean? The footwork looked solid, but punching speed, I thought hand speed, he looked a little slow last night. And we'll see how I translate all that heavyweight. We'll see. It just remains to be seen. It just remains to be seen. But Deontay Wilder, man, bigger fish to fry right now. Gets nothing from this situation. They just clout chasing using his name. Wilder just get him out the way. Too small. Usyk needs to go ahead and go through that. Matchroom and DAZN got more than enough opponents that they can line up for Alexander Usyk. Keep it 100. They got more than enough. And I think that route, they're going to keep him in-house. They're going to try to continually build him up a little more. He's still a top pound-for-pound fighter. Whether we like it or not, due to that popularity doesn't determine your pound-for-pound status. And Alexander Usyk is seen as a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter. So at the end of the day, will they risk that at this early in Alexander Usyk's young heavyweight career? I think not. But we'll see. But good showing last night. I'll catch up with y'all later, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Catch up on some football. Maybe we'll do another live stream before the night's out, man. So talk about something a little more. Some other shakings in boxing, man. What's up with Canelo, man? Canelo in his latest words, man. You know, it's a lot going on with Canelo right now that we just kind of overlooking, and I'm going to get to that, you know what I'm saying, all day. But, yeah, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Alexander Usyk up at heavyweight. Bombsquad. You too small. All day. To the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Much love to y'all, man. Peace out.